All right, everybody, welcome to the first Bourbon Showdown. I am Jesse Jones. I am joined today by Bourbon Showdown consultant Jeff Schock. How are you, Jeff?
I'm doing great. I'm a consultant now.
There you go.
Moving my stature up. This is great.
One leg up right now. So tonight is the first episode of what will be many, where we are going to take two bourbons and we are going to pit them against one another. Tonight we have the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, and it's going to go up against the signature Elijah Craig Small Batch. Now, when we go against one another, we've got three criteria that we judge by. We're going to judge by nose, we're going to judge by palate, and we're going to judge by finish. So that's what, when we talk about who's winning, that's what we're taking it by. So we're going to start with the Toasted Barrel. The Toasted Barrel is, for all intents and purposes, it is the Elijah Craig Small Batch that they have taken out when finished and put into a new toasted barrel. And that new toasted barrel is then aged some more, and that is what's supposed to give you that delicious toastiness that that they're selling you when they ask you if you want the toasted barrel at the store. So, off the top of your head, like what are you thinking? Who are you leaning towards tonight?
I'm really hoping that the Toasted Barrel can pull. These are a little bit different price points, so I'm really hoping it's worth the extra couple bucks on the Toasted Barrel. I really want to taste the toasted.
That's a good point.
I'm excited to try it because obviously I think a lot of people have already had the Elijah Craig Small Batch, solid everyday pour. Can have the house on the rocks, neat, however you like it, and don't feel bad about it. So I'm looking forward to trying something a little bit different and seeing, is it worth it? Is it different?
That's a good point. I mean, this is a $30 pour. This is a $50 pour. So I guess who's going to come out on top? Is it going to be tried and true, or is it going to be the new, almost, I don't want to say gimmicky, but you don't know. Is this going to be worth the extra $20 for the people at home?
Is it worth going after?
If you can find them.
Yeah, you can find them. Sometimes, some places you really get lucky, find a store that had just a delivery. Other places, good luck.
They tell you they got a truck coming on Tuesday.
They're going to tell you it's always the next day that it'll be there.
It's never today. It's always either the day you weren't there or tomorrow.
All right, which one are we going with first?
I'm going to start with the Toasted Barrel. Let's go for the nose. Okay, I'm definitely getting sweet.
Sweet.
I'm immediately getting like a high.
I do smell like I'll be the first to admit I'm not the greatest nose, but some caramel in there for sure on the sweet.
Definitely getting caramel.
That's probably where it's coming from, obviously. But I am sort of gets me excited to try it.
Yeah, it's an interesting. It's the sweet is coming through pretty hardcore. Like you're getting the caramel, you're getting the vanilla that you normally get, but there's that third thing there. There's like an extra dimension. It's sweet. It's sweet. I wouldn't go as far as to call it marshmallowy, but you definitely get a heightened sweet nose off of this pour. Okay.
I'm excited to try it, that's for sure.
Oh, completely. It's definitely a pour that makes you want to take a drink after you smell.
Yeah, now you're making me wait.
Yes, so now I'll put that down. We'll come back to you in a moment. And let's go with the tried and true. This is the Elijah Craig Small Batch.
Nowhere nearly as sweet, that's for sure. Nowhere close.
Oh, completely. Like when you go from that to this, it almost doesn't smell like anything.
It almost doesn't. It doesn't, because you were wanting to smell that sweet from the caramel off the toasted.
Like you're still getting it. You're still getting hints. Where this right here was like, it was in your face with the smells that you were getting, with that caramel, with that vanilla, with that little bit of sweet marshmallowy, whatever. With this one, you're getting it, but you got to look for it a little bit.
You definitely do. And we just opened these 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. You could smell a hint of the alcohol still coming off because we just opened it today.
It's still there for sure, but it's nowhere near. It's hard. It's almost like if you're wanting over the top. But they're 94 proof. They're both 94 proof.
That's very true.
That is the crazy thing. Like both of these guys are going to make you feel just as good. It's just this guy seems to be getting there a little classier than this guy is.
All right, I can't take it any longer.
All right.
I think we should start with a small batch.
Yeah, you want to go small and then go
small?
into
Yeah. I don't want to because we smelled the sweetness.
I don't know why I shifted in my chair for that.
Yeah,
I guess we're gonna go here
ready
first.
for it. So I don't want to go so much sweetness and then, like we said, we're not smelling the sweetness on the small batch and then be like, can't really taste too much because we went so sweet or whatever, the toasted or whatever it is. So I say we start small.
I completely agree. Let's see what this brings to the table, and then let's see if this heightens it.
Hope so.
That's still a good pour.
It's awesome.
You're never going to get into trouble if you just go with Elijah Craig small batch. You're also not going to get in trouble if you go with one of these Bourbon Showdown Glencairn lasts.
Yeah, we see what we got here over on this side. I guess I'm not a big contributor on that yet. Hopefully soon enough. Hopefully I'll move my stature up soon enough. But
well, this will be yours for a easy price of $32.
Thanks for the discount.
What do you taste, buddy?
Solid pour. You definitely there's heat all the way through it. From the second hits your lips. I mean, it's all the way to the end. But it's not like overbearing. So obviously at 94 it's not that high, but still very good. I mean,
hits the middle of the tongue. You feel the burn all the way to the back, but the burn the initial hit of the palate, you're getting those sweet flavors. You're getting traces of everything you come to expect with bourbon. You're getting caramel, you're getting vanilla, you're getting burn. But you get a good burn. I like the burn.
It's not too much of a burn. It's a good start burn, and it's not like you open some 120, 130 proof bottle and you need to let it sit for a week before you drink it again.
It's warm in the belly, but in a good way. It's got that finish where it sticks with you for a moment. It doesn't last too long. I mean, we took that sip about 30 seconds ago. I've still got a little bit of burn in the belly. So that finish is right where it's supposed to be. It's lasting. It's a solid pour.
Solid pour.
So now, I guess the question's going to be hints of oak. Sure, you get hints of oak. You get some of that dark fruit. I mean, it's all in there. Right. This is what it's supposed to be. This is what bourbon's supposed to be.
Absolutely. Everyone should have a bottle on the shelf. I mean, this is something you try with anybody. Your buddy who comes over, your father-in-law who doesn't care about bourbon, but you still got something that's a solid price point that tastes very good, and you don't get personally, you don't get upset by someone just pouring some Coke in there and be like, oh gosh, you just took my really expensive bottle. Great pour, so if you want to drink it neat, ice, Coke, whatever your preference is,
completely,
you don't feel horrible about it
at all. Like, this is a good day sipper. This is one of those bottles that you can rely on.
Absolutely.
You can drink this every day without any problems.
Nope, not at all.
So now, let's see if the toasted barrel can improve upon what's already a good pour.
Let's hope it does. That's so sweet right there.
I mean, it starts different. The whole experience is different right off the bat. Oh yes. Oh yes. It's
sweet.
It's completely
the whole way down.
Oh yeah.
Zero burn. I got.
No burn. And you get like a candy. You get almost a candy top to the palate. Like when it hits your. I don't get marshmallow. I know, I've read marshmallow. I don't think I'm getting that. I am getting a very sweet, zero burn volume. There is a complexity to this. Like I'm still tasting.
Yeah,
like it's
still like very like caramelized type. Mm-hmm. That makes sense with the sweetness. It's wow. It's a wow that is so different, but the same product, just being toasted. Those charred barrels.
Man, that is really good. You almost don't know that you're drinking the same name brand. Like you get traces. Like you can. It's almost like it's in the family. It doesn't feel like you drank something that came from original Elijah Craig small batch and then got turned into toasted barrel. Like you were getting a completely different experience from nose to finish.
No, I agree. I think one of the things be truthful about it. I've tried this before. We've tried both before.
Mm-hmm. But we've always tried them on their own.
I tried them on their own. When I tried this on their own, I was like, I think we chatted about it. I was like, I wouldn't go buy this bottle again. Not at that price point. For that price point, I probably looked at something else. But now that I compare the two, I have a lot more appreciation for the toasted.
That's a good word. It definitely makes you appreciate the difference between small batch and toasted barrel.
Absolutely. So, I mean,
in terms of a showdown, this almost feels like you're pitting Mike Tyson against Roy Jones Jr. Like, I don't know if this is that much of a contest.
I don't know what the. I mean, it is. I mean,
it's Hulk Hogan versus the 1-2-3 Kid. I mean, this is a great competitor, but okay, let's just do it. Okay, if we go first criteria, judging by the nose, I got to give it to the toasted barrel.
All day the toasted, absolutely.
It was more refined. Everything that popped into the nostril, it was a defined smell. It hit you strong, and it wasn't overbearing. Absolutely. You knew exactly what you were smelling, and none of it was compromised. Like, it was immediate.
Absolutely.
Where this right here, you got hints. That would be, I think, the difference. You got hints of it right here. You got loud and clear right there. Palate, what do you say?
Again, all day over here. I mean, when you put that little $20 difference price point between the difference, swings over here all day, which you would hope and expect out of it, and it's just, yeah, I mean, it's a straight go-to, so sweet, caramelized. That's what you like.
I want more. It's one of those sips that, like, you will go back for another one. It's not a sit there and I've already poured it, so I've got to finish it scenario. From the beginning to the end of this sip, you are going to get a burst of flavor. It's going to hit, if you like Elijah Craig, it's going to hit you like Elijah Craig small batch if it's been elevated and almost perfected. It tastes like upscale version of small batch.
It absolutely is.
I give palate to toasted barrel as well.
Absolutely.
And finish, I think we've both said it a couple times now.
This is the way you want to finish.
That's exactly the way you want to finish. That's right.
Finish.
That is exactly right. Everywhere it hits you the way it's supposed to. Like the finish on this thing, you're going to walk away with hints of everything that went into it. You're going to get the sweet. You're going to get almost a creamy out of it. Which there's no way to talk about the finish of a bourbon without sounding a little gross. It's going to taste creamy. No, you don't get that. It is going to be a solid finish. You're going to get all the pieces that went into it. You're going to get your caramel. You're going to get your vanilla. You're going to get that toasted. You're going to get candied. I think people mislabeled this by saying you're going to get marshmallow. I didn't get that. I did get candied. I did get that, like, hard caramel more than I would say marshmallow.
Yeah.
So I give finish to toasted barrel as well.
Here's what I think about the toasted barrel is. This is one we definitely talked about in our neighborhood about, if you find this, you clear the shelves. Mm-hmm. You don't clear the shelves with this. You have it on your shelf at all times, I think.
Right.
If you have the right friends over, I mean, you can drink it every night, no. But if someone's going to try something, hey, you want to try something that's good and solid?
Totally.
This is great. I think you also have a small batch on your shelf. You always should. I mean,
that's
the price point. It's easy and accessible. But if you can find one, have it on your shelf, try it. Again, I think you should really do the comparison between the two because that's when you appreciate it more. Again, I tried it without comparing it against anything else. You know, I got the bottle, I'm getting the candy store, bring it home, crack it open, pour a bottle. I'm like, that's it. And it's Elijah Craig, but is it that special? I didn't feel it at that moment. Today, comparing between the two,
going back and forth, I think if you can find both, pick up both. This is a great bottle when you have friends over that are just kind of maybe novice bourbon drinkers. You can give this to them. They're going to be impressed. They're going to get good flavors. But you got friends over that know what they're talking about. Break out a bottle of the toasted barrel. I agree with you 100%. You should have a bottle of that on your shelf. You should have a bottle of this on your shelf too. We're going to turn the world into alcoholics because you need both. So I think toasted barrel is the winner.
100%.
By unanimous decision,
Absolutely.
Toasted Barrel by Elijah Craig just won the first Bourbon Showdown. So, Jeff Schott, I appreciate you coming on, buddy.
Appreciate it.
For everybody watching, please follow us on Instagram. We are at Bourbon Showdown. Find us on Facebook at Bourbon Showdown. We're on YouTube at Bourbon Showdown. Go to www.bourbonshowdown.com. If you have something you want to see compete, if you've got an idea for an episode of Bourbon Showdown, shoot me a message. Let me know what you want to see. We'll put whatever you want on, and we'll pit it up against something tasty. So,
can we also start a GoFundMe? I'm going to get one of these sweet glasses right here. Sweet glasses.
Help us get Jeff a Bourbon Showdown glass.
I hope for that.
We can make that happen. I'm pretty sure.
Thank you so much for having me. This
was
a good showdown right here.
I think it was too. So keep checking back every week. We're going to do another showdown. My name is Jesse Jones. This is Bourbon Showdown. This is my buddy Jeff Schock. Thank you guys for tuning in. And now we're gonna see which one of these bottles we finish first. I think I know which one. All right, everybody. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.